Hello, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to our special Fall in Love with RootsTech 2025 live stream. My name is Heidi Lynn Camacho, and I manage FamilySearch's social media channels. We're so excited to be with each of you today. Today, we are spreading the love for everything RootsTech. We've invited special team members from FamilySearch to tell us more about the exciting things that are happening this year. And we're so looking forward to sharing the things that you can look forward to that will help you on your family history journey. For starters, for anyone who may not be familiar with RootsTech, it is the world's largest family history event. It is a global event. You can attend in person in Salt Lake City. You can attend online. Millions of people around the world participate in this exciting conference. And we're excited to be able to tell you that it is happening this year from March 6th through 8th, 2025. So we're just a couple of weeks away. Can you believe that? We're so close and we're so excited for what's to come. So before we begin, we'd like to make sure that we can introduce ourselves to you. And I'll get started and then you'll hear from my fantastic team members. My name is, again, Heidi Lynn Camacho, and I have the privilege of helping with social media here at FamilySearch. And one thing that I wanted to make sure that we all have a chance to share with everyone is just a reason why you are in love with family history to begin with. And for myself, one of the reasons why I'm in love with family history is because of a discovery that I made about my grandfather, Oscar Camacho, who was originally from Puerto Rico. And I was able to find a really interesting record. Once upon a time, he shared with me that after Pearl Harbor and the events that happened there, that he was able to visit Hawaii. And I actually found a record of him visiting the island on FamilySearch. And so that was a really fantastic discovery for me. And it just motivated me to continue on this family history journey. And so, friends, team members, let's go ahead and please introduce yourselves. Jonathan, can we start with you?
Yeah, I'm happy to start out. My name is Jonathan Wing. I'm the Director of Events at FamilySearch International, and we are so excited for RootsTech 2025. It's all about discovery, and I loved that story, Heidi, that you shared, the discovery of that record. For me, growing up every day was a discovery. We would hear all about our family stories growing up, and I want to talk about my grandpa. So my grandpa, as a young boy, he grew up in the UK. He also grew up in the Netherlands. His father was from China and his mother was a Irish and German circus performer. And you can see here in this picture, he was an Olympian. So we loved the Olympics growing up. He was a cyclist. Now he spent quite a bit of time in the Netherlands. He was the national champion for 14 years, but he could never compete for the Netherlands because his father was from China. So I learned the story that they found out that there were no velodrome cycling Olympians from China. So he applied to represent China, and he performed in the 1936 Berlin Olympics and the 48 Olympics in London. And just these types of stories, the pictures, that is incredible to discover them, to learn about them, because they really help inform who you are. Yeah, there he is as a young boy with his dad from China and his mom right there, and his sister. I love these pictures. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
What a beautiful story, Jonathan. And the fact that you have all of these pictures to illustrate his journey, that's incredible. Wow. So thanks for sharing more about that. Sarah, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
You bet. So my name is Sarah Hammond. I've spent the last couple of years as the product marketing manager for FamilySearch. So I get a nice sneak peek of all the cool new things, products and features and updates that are coming to FamilySearch. One of the things that I love the most about FamilySearch is how I have been able to put some of the information that I have already known about my family into context. And it wasn't really even until just a couple years ago that I realized that I am the oldest daughter of an oldest daughter of an oldest daughter of an oldest daughter of an oldest daughter. And so and now I have a daughter as well. And so being able to see some of the parallels between our lives, how we behave together, and just having such a cool connection to my matriarchal line of younger siblings and all the dynamics that come with that has been so fun and something that I've really enjoyed sharing with my mom and with my daughter.
Sarah, thank you so much. How did you come to realize that?
I was just poking around in my pedigree chart and then realized, like, wait, we're all at the very top of like the sibling list on the person page, and then realized, and that's about, it could go back farther, but that's as far as my Ukrainian line will reliably go. So
That's such a fantastic observation. I'm glad that you were able to connect the dots in that way. Awesome. Rachel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I loved hearing your guys' stories. I am Rachel Incaroca. I work for marketing for FamilySearch on the Latin America team. So one thing from my personal family history that made me fall in love with learning more about my family is I learned a little bit more about my great-grandma. She died before I was born, so I never knew her. But the one interesting fact that I did know growing up is that she was born in Mexico. And her family, when she was very young, moved to New Mexico, and that's kind of where she raised her kids. And so one part that I love about FamilySearch is being able to hear stories like this and to learn more from the Memories tab. In the Memories section on her page, I was able to read a little bit about her family history. And one super interesting fact that I learned about her is that she was such a hard worker. She was an entrepreneur and was looking for new ways to earn money for her family. And one thing that she did is that one year for Thanksgiving, she was very pregnant. She was 9 months pregnant. And she decided that she was going to start dressing some turkeys and sell them in the market. And so she dressed 35 turkeys the day before Thanksgiving. And the next day she had her baby. So just learning those cool things about her made me feel so much more connected to my great grandma.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Rachel. We know that you're a hard worker too. So it runs in the family, it sounds like. So everyone, thank you so much for introducing yourselves and sharing more about why you are just so enamored with family history. I love that we each have stories to tell, and there's so much that we can look forward to for RootsTech that's coming up, especially with the ability that it gives us to have access to tools and experiences, and just whether online or in person, that can help us continue discovering these stories. And so I just wanted to give our audience the chance to have a sneak peek into what they can look forward to. There's so many highlights that we can talk about. Our time is limited, but I'd like to hear from Jonathan and Sarah just a little bit more about what it is that our guests and participants can look forward to when it comes to RootsTech, again, happening March 6th through 8th. Jonathan, let's start with you.
Absolutely. Everything about RootsTech is to help empower individuals to make the meaningful discoveries that you just heard each of us share about. And that's what's so exciting. So there's a huge learning component to RootsTech. Those who come can engage in so many different classes, whether they're at the Salt Palace or if they're just joining online. So if they're joining online, there's thousands of classes, thousands, to help you know how to make those meaningful discoveries. And all you have to do is just search and see, what specific areas of the world do you need help with? What details do you know? What type of records do you need to learn about? All of that's available there. Now, we do have a lot of content that's on our main stage that highlights the newest innovation that's available, the newest tools, along with some keynote speakers that provide some great inspiration and that really show what we're talking about. Discovery unfold on the main stage right there. And it's exciting, it's entertaining. In the expo hall, whether you're on site or online, you can engage with our partners in the industry, our industry friends who do so much to help facilitate meaningful discoveries in family history. So there's just so much. And again, it's all focused on enabling and empowering our attendees to make those types of discoveries.
Jonathan, that's so great. Thanks for reminding us that RootsTech is for everyone, no matter where they are in their experience with family history. So you can be a newbie, you can be someone that's a researcher. RootsTech is for you. Thank you. Sarah, tell us more about what you guys are cooking up.
So I love this question, and it's one of the reasons I love RootsTech so much is because it's this great, fun, high energy time of the year when we can share with all of you guys the newest stuff coming to the industry. So, of course, from FamilySearch, we have Relatives at RootsTech. This is always a fan favorite year over year. And you can access it right now. You can either go onto your Family Tree app and do Relatives at RootsTech. You can also find it on rootstech.org and on FamilySearch.org. So you can see all the ways that you're connected and related to, people in your community or your friends or things along those lines. We also will be showcasing a bunch of new stuff that we have coming from FamilySearch. We've got the Together app that's going to be coming out. You can take a sneak peek look at that at labs on FamilySearch.org. We'll also be talking a whole lot this year about how we as FamilySearch have prioritized maintaining tree integrity across the site. So making sure that the best information is at the forefront of FamilySearch and really taking all of the best contributions from our awesome patrons. I'll also tease a couple of AI advancements that we'll be bringing to the main stage. You can see a lot of those at the Tech Forum that we'll have on Thursday morning. But that'll include some advancements that we have been cooking up this year with full text search. That's been everybody's favorite breakthrough from 2024. We're going to show you how it's even more advanced going into 2025, as well as the other ways that AI is going to be able to accelerate the work that a lot of our patrons are putting into their genealogy and their family history.
Sarah, thank you so much. Everyone is so excited about AI. Anytime we post about artificial intelligence on our social channels, people are like, we want more. Teach us more.
And just breaking down those walls that people have been running into for decades.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's so inspiring.
It does.
Can I just add one thing about relatives
Please
at RootsTech?
do.
There were years that would go by where I would have 0 relatives, and it was so depressing. But as more records are being found and as more connections are being made, I started to have more relatives. So I'm so excited. Look at this. 49. I have 49 relatives. So even if you've done relatives at RootsTech before, you got to do it again because you don't know how many more.
Because there's more and more people who are logging in.
Yeah, and the best part that I love about the relatives at RootsTech experience is that when you do sign up for it, you can actually connect with your long distance cousins and you're like, wait, I didn't know that I had people that live near me that are related to me. That's crazy. And Jonathan, I feel you. For so many years, I felt like a black sheep. I was like, I don't have any family. I have 90 something, and I'm excited to see how many I'm related to.
You have more than me.
Yeah, I beat you. But I used to be a black sheep, so I feel your pain. But now it's it's crazy just how many new, and that number, doesn't it kind of change every year? It's never the same. Right? It's
the more people who log in and who use it, who opt in. So even if you check it right now, you should keep checking it as we get closer to the event. You might see that you're finding more and more cousins who may be even more closely related to you. So.
Yeah, and the best thing is just connect with them in real life. And we have dropped the URL down there for anybody who wants to try out relatives at RootsTech. Again, it's a big hit, like Sarah said. Try it out and see and connect and just discover who it is that you're related to. Okay.
And for the younger audiences, you can discover who not to date. You don't want to. You don't want to date cousins. It is Valentine's Day, so we do have to.
Yeah.
We can help you in that regard too.
That's great. Thank you so much, guys. So let's talk a little bit about all of the multicultural initiatives that are going on. Again, RootsTech is a global event. Does anyone know offhand how many countries participate over the years? Isn't it upwards of 200 countries?
Yeah. So last year we had over 4 million participants in over 230 countries and territories. So it's insane. I mean, it's insane how many people come together for this event. It's truly a global event.
Yeah, discovery is such a big part of the human experience. It's you want to learn more about yourself and connect with people. And so just from that perspective of being multicultural and being a global event, we'd love to hear from you, Rachel, about what you guys are working on and what it is that people can expect from that perspective.
I am so excited to share. We have, as part of the Latin America team, and I know there are other homelands with other plans, but we have really exciting initiatives this year for RootsTech 2025 for both the in-person audience, for the people who are coming to visit us in Salt Lake City, and also for the virtual audience, for everyone who's watching virtually and participating virtually in the event. And so I mean, I know even if you guys aren't Latinos or don't speak Spanish or Portuguese, might know someone who does. So Heidi, for example, do you have any neighbors that are Latinos that could participate in these activities?
Yes, and I can because I'm Puerto Rican. I'm
Of
Hispanic,
course.
so I will be first in line.
Yeah, we are so excited. So even if you aren't maybe applicable to this group, um, please share the word. We have new activities happening this year in the Salt Palace that have never happened before. And so we have a whole program, 24-hour program for the 3 days of the RootsTech event with Spanish and Portuguese classes exclusive for the Latino audience, hands-on activities if you come in person to the Salt Palace for the whole family, live cultural performances, and much, much more. There's an entire studio with this live event that will be streamed virtually as well. And the best part is that all of these things that are happening and being recorded, including the classes, exclusive interviews with VIPs and different things, will be streamed virtually. So everyone who's watching from around the world will be able to share and have this special look into what's happening at the Salt Palace.
Oh, that sounds so exciting. You know what? It was my mom's first time going to RootsTech ever last year. And she said that the hit for everyone, including herself, was the mariachi band. She loved the mariachi band. Like
I love
every
that.
day they would do something different. And she was just sitting there waiting and just so excited. And
That's so
it's nice
exciting.
to know and remember that there's so much going on online and in person. And so whatever you like, there'll be something for you.
Definitely. This year we have a whole schedule of performers, especially
Oh,
VIPs all across Utah are coming in for both song and
yes.
dance multiculturally. So not just Latinos, but I know we have some Asian
Yeah.
bands coming in. It's going to be so exciting.
How exciting. And
Yes,
on
at
top of that, the
the Heritage
influencers.
Theater. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Oh,
Yeah, there's
Rachel, thanks so much.
what's so awesome, Heidi, is, Rachel outlined this experience, and I love that she said, it's being streamed, it's available, whether you're in the area or not, you can participate. And, with all the countries we just talked about, the RootsTech experience, there are classes in over 40 languages. You know that doing family history has nuances depending on what part of the world you're from.
Mhm.
And so there's learning that's available in all of those languages. This next year, a lot of the content and the experiences that are happening in person are going to be streamed out in over 20 languages. And there's localized programming depending on which language you drop on the website. So there's so much to explore and so much that we create. When we started out with just a couple thousand people in Salt Lake, and now we're millions of people across the world, we've had to do so much to work with area representatives, our family search folks who live in different parts of the world, to create content that will resonate in the hearts and minds of audiences around the world. And it's an incredible thing. I mean, just go to the website and jump onto it. It's mind-blowing how much is available to our audiences around the world.
Jonathan, thanks for that reminder. And I think another good reminder too is the fact that that online experience is free. So I think, Rachel, you said, like, do you have neighbors? Guys, this is totally an event that is worth sharing the word about it, because so everyone should be interested naturally, right, with how it is that what it is that you know about yourself or don't know about yourself. This is something that really does unite us. So please share this information with your friends and family members and neighbors and loved ones, because this is a really wonderful opportunity for them to discover more about who they are and to just get excited about family history. So I want to ask, we're running out of time. Guys, this is crazy. 18 minutes already. Anyway, well, let's just jump to the next question. Let's talk a little bit about the examples of innovation and creativity that your teams are working on. I know, again, Sarah, you talked about how like there's FamilySearch labs, and then there's all of these new things that are up and coming, and AI. What more can you share with us?
So innovation is our middle name. For sure. Well, and as you'll recall from RootsTech last year, we announced the launch of FamilySearch Labs. You can find that at familysearch.org/labs. And that's a great place to go to get the earliest sneak peek of all of the things that we're working on. And the reason why we wanted to launch this is because we know that a lot of the times our best ideas come from our patrons. You guys are the ones who are using the tools using the site on a regular basis. And so being able to get your feedback as early on in the process as possible has been a total game changer in making sure that we're providing the kinds of resources that are going to be the most helpful to you. So labs will be at the forefront of RootsTech again this year with FamilySearch. We'll be adding several new experiences to that one for the event. And of course, you can always come to the FamilySearch booth in the expo hall to see some cool demonstrations, to talk to the engineers themselves who are building these things. And please come and bring us your feedback. We love our testers so much, who are so willing to give us such valuable feedback so early on, so that again, we can make the things that are the most useful to you guys.
Sarah, thank you. I love that about our FamilySearch culture, that we're always wanting to hear from our users to make these experiences better. And so whether it's on social or in person or online, make sure that you can share what it is that you're thinking, your wants, your needs, your frustrations with us, because we want to make it better for you.
And I'm sure sometimes you may wonder, like, oh, this is just going into a black hole. No one's going to read this. No. These feedback items get reviewed by entire teams on a weekly basis to go through, like, what can we improve? How can we make this better? What things can we build for our patrons? So believe you me, we are definitely reviewing every last little shred of feedback that we get.
Thanks so much, Sarah. That's so reassuring. Rachel, do you have anything that you'd like to share about innovation and things that the Latin America team is working on?
Definitely. So one thing that is being done in conjunction with the North American team is based on user feedback. We've put together a bunch of different heritage pages. And so, for example, we have one for people that are of Latin American descent living in the United States. It's a Latino heritage page. We have other ones for Native Americans and people with different heritage. And the good thing about these pages is that they are just little libraries. They have all the different resources for those people of specific heritages all in one place. So we have the links here. If you can't wait for RootsTech, here's one cool way that you can check it out now. They're available now. The links will be in the description of this event. But we invite you to take a look and see what is new and what resources might be applicable to you.
Thanks so much, Rachel. And so I just want to make sure, like, these are resources that'll be up even after RootsTech, right, guys?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Awesome. Because there's just so much to consume. Jonathan would say there are thousands and thousands of hundreds and hundreds of classes. And it's like, okay, will it go away after RootsTech? No. But you do want to go ahead and capture everything that's live, because that's when we have our biggest party of the year, so to speak, right? Okay, so Jonathan, to wrap up, oh my goodness, 22 minutes in. Jonathan, tell us a little bit more about how it is that people can sign up. We've got so many people that are watching us now. What are the steps in 1, 2, 3 of making sure that people can participate?
Oh, it's super simple. All you need to do is go to rootstech.org and register. Even if you're not coming to the event at the Salt Palace, you can go and you can register for the online event. And that will give you access to the full experience that will be available during the event. Now, you can already jump in and look at on-demand classes that are there, all of the things that we've shared with you here that are already existing on the website. But when you do register, be sure to opt in for communications, because that's the best way to stay on top of all of the announcements, all of the exciting things that we're going to be bringing at RootsTech this next year.
Guys, that's so simple. Sign up now, rootstech.org. Yep, that's it. All you got to do is, open a tab and sign up, and you'll receive all of those notifications. Please follow us on social media. RootsTech has social media channels. FamilySearch has social media channels. We will be updating you on all that we've described here and more. And we're looking forward to all that is coming our way. Guys, team, thank you so much for being here today. We were so pumped. We were like, oh, there's so much to talk about. How can we do this in 20 minutes? And so this was great. This is just a little taste of what's to come. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. This is the reason why you will fall in love with RootsTech by FamilySearch.
Right.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thanks. Guys. See ya.
See ya.